Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for October 23rd of 2025 is titled Swan, Swan, Eagle. So what do we see here? Well, here we see a deep telescopic view of the sky, and we can see from this image that we are looking in the plane of our galaxy, the very dense star clouds associated with our galaxy. And in fact, we're looking in the general direction of the center of our galaxy. Not exactly, but off over in the rough direction that would be towards the central regions of our galaxy, where the density of stars is much higher. So when we look in that direction, we see a lot more stars in the sky. Now, the two red objects glowing that we see there are two nebulae, and we see M16, which is known as the Eagle Nebula down toward the bottom, and up above we see M17, or the Swan Nebula. Now, the Swan Nebula is not the only swan in this image. There's also another swan, and we see that in the green, and that is the comet known as Swan. And it is a comet that has just finished its closest approach to Earth very recently, just a couple of days ago on October the 20th, when it passed 2.2 light minutes away from Earth. Now, a light minute is how far light travels in 1 minute. And for comparison, our Earth is about 8.5 light minutes away from the Sun. So this was about 1/4 the Earth-Sun distance. However, this was not a super bright comet compared to Comet Lemon, which we've also looked at recently. This comet is still nicely visible with a small telescope or binoculars, but is not something you're going to be able to see with your eyes. And Comet Lemon is barely visible to the eye without the aid of binoculars or a telescope. And this comet, Comet SWAN, is now on its way out, heading towards away from the Sun now, but can be seen if you look in the right direction, and that would be looking toward the south. Now we're assuming here a northern hemisphere observer, so that northern hemisphere observer would be looking toward the south shortly after sunset in the early evening sky, that you might be able to catch a glimpse of this if you have a small telescope or binoculars looking in this direction. And of course, as we've mentioned previously, Comet Lemon also visible to northern hemisphere observers if you look a little farther to the north, in this case to the northwest, shortly after sunset. So we have several comets in the sky right now, and those are visitors from the outer parts of the solar system. Generally, they are a ball of ice and dusty material that vaporizes when it comes close to the sun, and that's when we actually see anything. When they're in the outer parts of the solar system, we see nothing at all. In fact, we can't even detect the comets because they are too small and too dark to be seen. But when they come in close to the sun, then material vaporized from them gives them the green coma, such as we see here today. And you can see a very faint tail stretching back away off to the right-hand side. So those only appear when the comet is close to the sun. As the comet gets farther away, those will disappear, as will the comet, until it makes its next pass into the inner solar system. So that was our picture of the day for October 23rd of 2025. It was titled Swan, Swan, Eagle. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.